One heroic dice goblin had
Sorry about that, everybody. I had to clean up after a cat because my cat loves to do things right when I'm going live on stream. But that doesn't matter. This is the month of a new LAUGHAL. Possibly our biggest LAUGHAL to date. If you haven't seen 88 Riddles put this out yet, I'm going to play you a little video. Because, you know, it just seems like the right thing to do. This wonderful book nook, brought to you by Works of Whimsy and painted by 88 Riddles, is our new LAUGHAL for this month. I'm super excited with all the cute little critters he got to paint and found a new one every time he sat down to paint. I like to remind everything that this actually lights up as well. The very top of it has got a nice little LED, correct? At the top that you can turn on and light your book nook up even in the dark. But well, what can I say? He's special. He knows how to paint.
Well, I don't understand. I'm confused.
I'm sorry, what was that, Riddles?
What? Yeah, I know. I'm probably live.
No, I would never.
I'm just sitting here staring at my mic.
I would never do that to you, Riddles.
No,
staring at your mic, floating above your head.
Not you.
Floating above, high above your head.
Uh-huh.
How are you doing, Riddles?
We're fantastic!
Who's this we? Is it a royal we? Is it you in the box we?
What?
You said we're fantastic. I said, who's we?
Well, I mean, all of us?
Now there's 3?
Yeah?
I have so many imaginary friend questions. How is everybody for our brand new May watching paint dry? I got coffee. I have half a roll of paper towels less now. And I haven't seen Guardians yet, and I'm very upset. But I have now run 2 games of Dragonbane.
Ooh.
You know, yeah, ooh. I'm actually rather enjoying it. You never know what you're going to get when you run a new system. Like, it may look great on the surface, but you may not like it once you get into it. You know, kind of like a relationship. It's kind of...
How's the gameplay been?
It feels very old school because it is kind of... I mean, it's... For those who don't know, Dragonbane is from Free League. It is their version of D&D. When D&D was popular here, that's their version. It's their 10th iteration of Dragonbane, this one is. Which... I never realized that it was
in the 70s.
Yeah, 70s.
Right?
I didn't know that it was actually Dragons and Demons is what the original title for it was, or Demons and Dragons, which is hilarious to me.
I like it.
The 80s satanic panic that is like, yeah, fucking lean in.
Well, I mean, it wasn't a panic over there.
No, just here.
You know? I mean, here. Yeah. So
we played 2. I'm taking them through. There's 12 adventures that come in the box set, or not box set. Oh yeah, I guess it will be in the box set when it comes out because it is a box. And I'm also
there's a starter box, and then there's the CRB, I believe.
Yeah, and there's 12 adventures in it, and also on top of that, I am also running it on Alchemy. I'm not even using Roll24, so I'm on a brand new VTT as well. The VTT I love. I enjoy the crew that we're playing with. They're going to cycle in other people who want to play Dragonbane because they're kind of standalone adventures, but it's very old school. It's not my preferred way to play, but I always feel like that when I run pre-written adventures. And these are supposed to be not introductory, but they're supposed to feel like those old school adventures. What I do love, more than I thought I was going to, monsters, not NPCs, work real similar to aliens. Where they have a random table.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, and we had like a blood griffin that they rolled on one of the random tables. They had to fight, and of course, I had to add my old flavor to it or I get bored. They killed it, and food and camping is super important in this game.
Okay.
So they're like, well, we're going to cook the blood griffin meat. I was like, it's a blood griffin because of the blood rain. They're like, yeah. I'm like, all right. So I made a new version of a ration for them because they rolled really well. But camping's huge. Like, the number one thing you want to buy in that game is a tent. So it has like old school survivability kind of feels.
Gotcha.
So it's good. I like it. I don't hate it. I'm just not enthralled with it yet.
Gotcha.
And I think I'm not enthralled with fantasy as a whole anymore. I think I'm at that point. I think I've hit the wall. I've hit the wall.
It's one thing I really enjoy with the PF2 game that I'm running right now. It's because it doesn't have a true fantasy feel,
right?
Even though it's in a fantasy setting.
Yep, and that's how I feel about Afontia.
Yeah, and so I really enjoy that. And geez, Tuesday night, the chaos that these people brought down upon me.
Oh, really?
It was an incredible, like, there was a half hour to an hour stint there where it was just like madness. And I'm just sitting here juggling these guys doing all this like crackhead stuff. I'm like, oh my God.
Yep. And that's kind of how I don't know.
But I love that kind of stuff. I love it when it goes nuts.
I do too. Oh, it. I mean, that's why Dragonlance is working for me right now, because I decided I'm running the adventure very loosely. And I honestly have come to a point in my, I was just about to say career as a GM, but I guess that's actually correct. I feel that I don't like running adventures verbatim anymore. I don't even like trying it. I like to run maybe the first one and let it stretch its legs, and then I'm gonna shove it on its bicycle. We're gonna skip walking.
Even on my Aliens ones, I do that. I don't because anything that's pre-written, anything that's out there, anybody can have.
Yeah.
They could have read everything that they're about to go through. Yep. They could know the book better than I do.
That's exactly part of my problem as well. I 100% agree with you.
I don't. So I want my players to have an original experience. I want them to have original surprises.
Yeah.
I want them to be caught off guard because it's more engaging.
Because, damn it, you deserve it.
Yeah.
You deserve an original one. And it's fun for me. I've never been a test taker. I hate taking tests. And pre-written adventures remind me of tests. So much prep and so much reading. And I will say that is not the case for the adventures for Dragonbane. That's not true. The only thing you really have to know is outskirts the town you're in, but everything else is pretty much standalone one page. Go in, run it, play it, leave. And they're just now getting ready to go run and do the first one. I will say the RP aspect that we were doing has been a lot of fun, and the mechanics are smooth. They are like hella smooth.
Nice.
And that makes me happy. I like the cleanness, and I like the roll low. But the number one thing out of all things I would take out of it is the way you advance is my favorite thing in the game. It reminds me of the old Chaosium Stormbringer games for like Elric.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Where it's like Skyrim for those who play video games. Every time you fail, each skill you can mark once a session. If you fail, which is a 20, you mark it. If you crit, you mark it. And at the end of the session, you get 5 questions to answer, which are things like, did you participate in battle? Did you find a way to solve something without combat? And there's 5 questions, which gives you 5 more skills you put a mark next to. And skills are everything. They're nuts to butts. It's your knowledge all the way to how good you are fighting with a sword. Right. And then the only way you can get a second tick on a skill is if you pay someone to train you. And it had to be higher in your skill. And if you pay someone to train you, you immediately make a roll. If you fail that roll, you can't get a trainer for that skill again until you succeed in leveling it up yourself. So at the end of the session, when all that's done, each skill you make a roll, and you have to roll above your skill. So this game is normally a low roll, and as your skill gets better, your margin to get better gets smaller. So it really, visually, it really makes sense for like how hard it is to get past like that 16, 17, 18 for your skill. Fucking adore that part of it. The players really seem to like that as well. And then, like I said, I'm gonna have you come play on one of them. Making a character takes no time at all. And if you die and you bring a character back, for every session that has been played, you get 1 skill roll. So if you come back, instead of like, what level are you? Level 5? Okay, you're a level 5 character. You're like, we've played 5 sessions. Like, okay, you get 5 checks to try to be better in something.
Right.
Like, that's pretty fucking smart. So that's been my week, and lots of prep on my end. I got to interview the guy for one of the 2 guys from Alchemy yesterday. That was awesome.
Nice.
Those are some of the nicest people in the industry I've worked with in a long time. And I feel like I'm missing something else. Oh, I almost killed an entire party on Tuesday night.
Which alchemy are you talking about?
The
You talking about the old
VTT.
jewelry maker?
Alchemy virtual tabletop.
Oh, okay.
And I almost killed everybody on Dragonlance on Tuesday.
It's okay. A good scare is not a bad thing.
This is not a scare. This is the real deal, Holyfield. Like, they got rocked. Adam played a dragon. My goal is every time I have a dragon on screen, I'm gonna have a guest star for it. And Adam threw Allie's character around like a rag doll with Takisa's points, like into buildings and walls. It was like a mini Godzilla game. And then Moxie got downed. It's just a bloodbath. So right now, the sweet scene that is set up is Drew is the only character standing. And there are still 5 soldiers.
Does he have both of his hands?
He does have both right now. Who knows? He might get crit and lose one. But he has 5 guards around him and a dragon to fight. I don't know how this is gonna go.
Yeah.
It might be toasty by the end. I'm a little worried. It's just a flesh wound, serving man says. It's a flesh wound. But anyway, so that's the news as we kind of get wound up for the day. We got a big month this month. This might be our biggest giveaway.
Size-wise,
raffle.
definitely.
Size-wise, raffle. Raffle. I keep saying giveaway. Raffle. Let me take us over to the solo paint cam here. I played a video beforehand.
Yeah.
And I wanted everyone to kind of see what we were doing. But Riddles, was this more hours painting than the GM screen?
That's a good one.
It's so
I'm gonna
pretty.
say yes. Actually, I'm going to say yes. That this was more work than the GM screen. I think it's just because the amount of detail and the amount of like having to stop and swap colors on a somewhat consistent basis.
She hid so much in this one.
Yeah, the range of colors that are presented in here are kind of like a lot.
Yeah. So, are you happy with it? Because I think it looks gorgeous.
Yes, I am happy with it. I mean, there's a lot of little details in here that you really can't see through cam.
I had the video I played earlier, and I'll play it again here before. Maybe an intermission. I'll play it again.
You have the light, which is just this little guy here, and I'm not going to attach this because I don't know what's going to be best for you when you get it. Whoever wins it, it's going to be better for you over here. It's going to be better for you on the back because this is your switch. You need to be able to reach this switch, so you can't just like easily hide it without screwing things up. So even on the top might be an option for you if you want.
Right.
Yeah, the light works in there, so that goes on. You've got 3 platforms within, not including the ground itself.
For the miniatures?
Platforms. So, like, I mean, there's a giant turtle I just threw in here, and it's got, plenty of room.
Dude, those things are so... I want her to make me an Athantia one so bad.
Let me get a regular size mini. So this is closer to your average size mini. And then there's the turtle that I got to paint.
First off, that's an amazing miniature. Second, I love turtles.
Yeah, I love this turtle. But yeah, I mean, as big as this guy is, do I have a D20 over here? No, I don't have a D20. Actually, I have one in my pocket. Duh. I always carry D20s in my pocket.
Do you really?
So yeah, this is one of the metal ones from Norse Foundry. So I mean, that's a pretty chunky miniature.
Oh wow, that's the size of his belly.
Yeah.
Why have they not made a D? Oh my god, someone needs to make a Krang or a turtle with a D20 spot in their belly.
That would be kind of funny.
Yeah, I'm serious. Like you know how they have the punishment chairs for your dice and stuff like that? They need the belly of holding.
But you've got the 3 platforms. You could easily fit like a large beast on this one because it's so deep. You've got the one behind the mushroom, and then obviously you got like little stuff like this little spot right here is meant to hold a character easily. You got here. I mean, this is just like a fun way to really display your minis without having to attach it to the wall. So you've got, this goes right on a bookshelf like you see in the video.
Yeah.
And I'm just really happy with it. This was a lot of fun to do, a lot of work, a lot of.
Yeah, it was the first time I think you actually had to paint something for all of the episodes.
Yeah, well, like, not just that. I mean, I painted a good bit of this off screen too.
Yeah.
So there was a lot going on with this, but I am happy with it. I am. So interesting to see who wins it, and I hope whoever wins it does a photo on their shelf with it, so that we can all kind of see what they did with it.
Yeah, I'm playing the video again here for everybody to see it, and on top of everything, it looks so good, dude. Also, by the way, awesome job shooting the video.
Oh, thank you.
It's so cute. I love that it's like the little zoom in, and I did not realize, is that a possum on that tree?
There is a possum hanging in there. Yes.
Jesus Christ, man. That is so funny. It looks really good, dude. It looks really, really good.
And then I had fun with these little guys again this week. I did more of the little Kodamis.
Oh, I didn't even know you were painting those. Those are awesome looking.
Yeah. And the little guys glow in the dark.
Oh, so that's awesome, because they would glow in the dark. That makes sense.
They're really fun. I have to buy pieces and put it all together. But yeah, I still have Maple, Cherry Blossom, and Spring left. Summer and Autumn already sold.
I just played a game where there's little spirits like that in them. That's cute. What is that? Is that your new
sticker? Yeah, it's my sticker for the
shirt.
The shirt that goes with it. So
that's really cool.
Yeah.
I love hologram stuff.
So,
I was to say real quick before we move into this piece, Alchemy. If anyone backs Alchemy, I'm like, I don't get anything for this, but when you back it, they're doing physical product as well. And I was asked to talk to Elderwood and you about possibly creating boxes for them, because they are doing, when you buy their founders packs, you get cards to represent each one of the packages you unlock, that you scan a QR code to put your stuff in, because they're going to be doing a retail aspect as well. And they're like collector's edition old like foil flare cards.
Yeah.
Like, remember the old Marvel ones and stuff like that you got as a kid? They look like that with their tarot styles. I was like, I know somebody, and they wanted to work with Elderwood as well, and I showed him the painted boxes we've done. And he's like, pass me information. So remind me after the show. They're interested in possibly doing something to put you all in contact.
That would be cool. I'd definitely be down for it.
Yeah. So what do we got in front of you now? Is this for next month?
So this is next month's raffle. This is what we're giving away. We're not giving away
a piece of foam and coffee.
But this is. So when I started when I started enjoying and diving into Smuggler's coffee, the first one I bought and the first one because I actually won. This is how I got into Smuggler's coffee.
Fine, well, hold on. I was told we can't drink the paint water. So
no, I won a contest and got a free bag of coffee from them. And the reason I even entered the contest is because they had one called Brew Hope that has the back of Obi-Wan and the back of Chewbacca, kind of like that.
Yeah.
Right. And I love that coffee. It was my favorite blend. And I did say because Grinder has become my favorite blend that they do. This shit's amazing. I've already got 2 bags sitting in the kitchen.
I haven't had it
because I didn't want to run out.
Let's talk about also the fact that hey, look, Allie's here. Hi, Chew Toy. How are you doing?
And you see that little logo right there?
Oh, here, we can make it easier. Whoop. Nope. DCC RPG?
Yep. So this is specific because Dave and the guys at Smugglers are big fans of Dungeon Crawl Classics. So this was something they partnered with Goodman Games So this is, you know, their coffee collab that they did with Goodman Games. So we took it to this step, and I did have painted versions of
I have
this to
seen them.
show
They were
off, but
gorgeous.
they sold already. They're already gone. I don't have any painted ones on hand.
But we will soon.
I have more coming and they should be here probably Monday, I'd guess, because Elderwood or Cryptic is painting or packing them up for me today. So I do have more coming. I'll have more in the shop. This one will get treatment that the shop ones don't. We're still going to make this an original piece.
So we're not going to do pink this time? We're going to do a different neon color, maybe?
I haven't decided what exactly we're going to do yet. We're going to get the basics down. I've got my recipe here.
Oh, for the stone and stuff like that on it?
Yep. So I have all the like kind of basic stuff.
Is it kind of an homage to Castle Grayskull?
I think it is. Because
or a dice tower.
The skull itself is from it's reminiscent of the Goodman Games stuff. They use this.
Oh, it's the Goodman Games skull. It's like a dice tower Goodman Games skull. Okay, that's cool. I like that. And the grinder is in relation to DCC's grinders, right?
Yes.
Gotcha.
So it's that because you don't really funnel coffee, so you don't really want to use funnel from these DC games.
I did. Coffee. I just funneled coffee. I did pour over. Just saying.
So I talked to Dave, Dave does want to be on this month, so everybody just keep tabs on our socials. We'll let you know when Dave's
you have a double point day coming up. Double point day.
Yep, it'll be a double point day as always when we have a viewer or a guest. So,
well, let me write down our totals here. We got watching paint dry, May edition. What's the date?
We have no tickets bought yet.
11th.
So nobody's bought tickets for the.
So your chances are good as of today. Your chances are good.
Yes.
So
right now it is an even playing field. Nobody's taken the first step and launched themselves off the pad. So,
Serving Hands, now's the time. Now's the time to take your lead. I saw you picked up 10 packs. Thanks, Serving Hands. Allie, I'm sorry about your character getting tossed around like a rag doll, but let me tell you, your character is the toughest character in the party right now. Oh my lord.
Is this for Dragonlance or
for Dragonlance? Yeah, she went toe to toe with the Dragonelle by herself.
Wow. Okay.
She's wearing she got her white robes for Dragonlance, and and I'm trying to make the magic stuff really impactful, and just a little more flavorful. So she did her test, which was super fun. You can watch that on our live section on YouTube, and the fight that she got into with this thing, because of her robes, she takes half piercing damage.
Okay.
And think of you know how in theaters they have fire curtains that are filled with like chainmail?
Yeah.
That is what her robes are made of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yes, you got the DF keel off, but you got thrown into one building, cracked a tower when it tossed you the first time, thrown into the second building, cracked the second tower. Like, I don't know. And you're a blood mage? I don't know. You could have died during that numerous times, and you did not, because you're taking half damage from that the whole time. It was a wild session. It was one of the only times I can think in 5e where our entire show was a combat session. And I usually don't enjoy running all combat sessions. They happen sometimes. We all know when you play tabletop, you're going to have combat sessions. But it was the full, short of them walking in, it was a full show. And I don't know about you, Allie, and those who watched, I feel like it went real fast. Like, really fast. And normally when I'm in full combat scenarios, they drag. Like after the first couple rounds in 5e, they just feel like they're dragging ass. And I've modified a good chunk of the monsters to be minions from MCDM, which are reminiscent of 4th edition, like one of the only good things for 4th edition. And it makes such a big difference for speeding up combat, and also makes less dice rolling. Like, there were 30 guards there. Imagine having to roll 30 d20.
Yeah, screw that.
So you group them into bunches, and I was doing 5s. And basically, after X amount, they add an extra damage die, and their damage goes up. So a full group of 5 are doing 3d10. but it was one attack roll to hit, and you either hit or you didn't hit.
Right.
And then when you kill one, you get a chance to cleave into the next guy. It's supposed to be melee only, but because of the style of show we're playing, I let it be range combat too, because like an Eldritch Blast could blow through a line of people. Someone casting a chromatic orb hitting someone else, like we let it be anything. I think it works better. And it sped up.
Fun idea for this.
What's that?
I just had a fun idea for this.
Oh, for that you're gonna blood splatter it?
Nope. We're gonna make the eyes glow.
Oh, cool. Like glow in the dark?
No, not necessarily glow in the dark, but we're definitely gonna give it some pop. Because like in the original painting and everything, they're just black hollow set.
Yeah.
So maybe give them a little life, you know.
So
I apologize. I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So it was just a really solid combat, and I haven't had combat not drag ass in a long time in a 5e. I was really impressed. So that was kind of the session yesterday. It all went pretty well. So let's talk a little Guardians here. You got to go see Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's an incredible, right. Now we're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that. I'm gonna leave the drama alone. But
What drama?
So some people are going off so ignorantly about how this movie is tanking because it's not performing like the other movies that they've released at this time during the year.
Oh, I thought it did really well so far.
It's done great. But when you compare it to the other movies they did in May through the course of the years, it hasn't. But you start looking at what those movies are. Endgame, Infinity Gauntlet. I mean, how are you supposed to compete with Civil War?
Yeah.
How are you supposed to compete with these movies? You know? You're talking like some of the biggest mashups out there, and you want Guardians of the Galaxy to compete with that? No. So, yeah, just ignore those people that are saying that this movie's tanking or that it's the ruin of the Marvel Universe, because it's not.
I haven't heard that at all, actually. That's news to me.
Yeah, they're basing that all off stupid sales numbers, and they're not being honest about it, so whatever. But anyway, the movie is amazing. Rocket and Nebula have the best, like, final phase of their story. Like, if you look at the first, all the movies they've been in to this point and really just take in what has happened, they have the best character arcs across the MCU, in my opinion. It's strong.
I've always been a big fan of Rocket, and I'm not usually a big fan of anthropomorphic stuff, but he has the same feeling to me as a Ninja Turtle or that kind of genre from the 80s, like the character does, the concept of him, and I really enjoy him. So I'm glad they gave him some love.
Yeah. Well, it's like if you listen to the movie origin stories for both of them, they both talk about how they've been torn apart and put back together over and over and over again. Right? So they both share that, and then at the same time, which I mentioned to you earlier, they're the only two Guardians that were alive during the blip. So
I'm assuming they must make mention of that.
Yeah. So for 5 years, they were the only two. They relied on each other. They built a stronger bond, and you see representations of that bond in this movie, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful seeing that change in certain dynamics between both of them.
I like Gunn's work. I've always been a fan of his stuff. So, and it's weird that he's going to DC. To be honest, it feels weird that he's going to DC Universe.
Yeah, be prepared to cry, because this is one of those movies that's going to be like,
I don't think I've cried at a Guardians movie. Actually, I can't think of. I think
that's you. I'm okay with that.
I can't think. Probably the Spider-Man and Iron Man one. I teared up, but I don't think any of the Guardian ones. First steps.
So there we go. There's our bases down. That's it.
You're like, hey, we're done.
It's all matter of details, highlights, shadows, but you just get this nice basic piece down. And that's one thing I like about the artwork style that Goodman Games does for DCC, is that it stays very old school. It stays very. It takes the basics and just makes the basics top notch.
Do you like playing old school games a lot, like DCC and stuff like that? Have you found that you like going back to those? Because I'm like with Dragonbane being old feeling, I'm still not sure. Like I grew up in first edition. Yeah, I don't ever want to go back and play first edition though.
I enjoy them for what they were, for what they are. But I don't. I'm never going to like settle with playing just one genre or one age of game. I like variety in my life, so like yeah, I enjoy them, but I'm also not like drowning in them because I don't play them all the time.
Like Scott, if you played, I can't remember if Scott was the one. Scott, you played DCC a lot. Like, do you find yourself wanting to play these old school games a lot, or are you? I mean, obviously, you're an Aliens
He's
fan.
really good at running grinders and fun, or at least the funnel I went through. He was great at running.
But do you want to play those all the time, or are they just more of an experience that you do at a convention and you're done?
It's an experience, and it's a great for me, a funnel or a grinder is a great break week. Like you have, I know for your streams, you take 1 week off every month, right? Mm-hmm. Like in a live game, like at the store or anything like that, pulling this out for 1 week and going like, all right, we're just gonna do something different to change the flavor and kind of so that we don't fall into a rut or get bored or whatever. It's just it's a nice game break, change break.
So my question would be, Scott, would you play DCC as your full-time campaign? Would you do a 10-session DCC? Because I was told the Magic's so wild DCC, it's very different experience, is what I was told.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that.
Do you run DCC campaigns, Scott? Then I assume that's something you do. I don't know, man. Not my jam.
Which little brush do I want to use for this? I will use
Serving Hands. It is supposed to be almost a 3-hour movie. I heard that as well.
And there are, the mid-credit scene and then the end credit scene are
they're all there. There is some.
Yeah.
I may go see it Saturday afternoon or Friday afternoon. We'll see. I'm prepping all the stuff for the Tales of the Valiant Kickstarter, so I've just been like last night I think I did shorts for 7 hours. I made videos for 7 hours yesterday. Between shorts and the stream, whew. Went back to Pathfinder 1 or 2, Crubs. I hope you say 2. I love PF2. PF2 is such a clean system.
I'm still learning it as we're playing, but I'm enjoying running PF2. I really am.
I love it. I'm a big fan. Big fan. I just think it's the ease of running it on the GM side, but the players have so many options. And I feel players like options.
Can't handle that shit right now.
I think players like options. I think that's like the number one thing that makes that work so well. Speaking of options, for those who have wanted to play PF2, the Athantia Living City stuff started back up. So if you're interested in playing some and you are either on one of my shows or you have your points from Twitch, you want to screenshot for it and make a character to come play, that is back up and running now. Friday night, I'm running our fourth or fifth one, which is a Trail of Nails. We're now out in Moldavia, which is like a Romanian, Austria-inspired set piece, but it's in the mountains. It's a bunch of plateaus. You travel from the 3 different areas plus Merrifield, which is moved there, known as the 3 Pines, on gondolas. So it's like platforms in the snow with gondolas between spaces. And it's all about superstition. So much so that the only way you can get hero points as a player, short of a patch or real magical stuff, is you have to play into a superstition or you have to make a new one. It's the only way I'm giving hero points out.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, and they can be fun superstitions. And it may not be something that's true. We'll roll. And if we roll and it becomes true. It becomes canon and now becomes one of the superstitions, period. Like, one of them is if you ever see someone else's pigs rooting in your field, demons are on the way, or devils are on the way. Check your grounds, get them salted, stuff like that.
Right.
So there's going to be a whole bunch of, if you ever see an elderly knitting on a porch that makes eye contact with you, it means you're blessed for the day. Just creepy, weird stuff. There are, inside the houses, there's these double bubble lanterns, as I'm calling them, but they're double globed lanterns. And they have moths inside of them. And if you ever wake up in the middle of the night to all your moths being dead, evil's in your house. So it's like an alert. Really, we all know moths just die because you've encapsulated them in these double globes and they're smashing their faces against the glass endlessly. So yeah, that's all kind of the thing going on. So we're starting that on Friday. I think we have 1 or 2 people who've signed up already. Serving Hands is upset because she's going to be working and she can't play. She can't play her character Tilda. She's playing a skeleton from Pathfinder 2. First one I've had on a game.
I played with one during our little play test that we did at the store, and it was an interesting experience having, because we had one of those and we also had one of the the poppets.
Oh yeah, Todd's playing a poppet. His character in this game is a poppet.
That combination at the same time,
Very horror feeling. Twyla,
yeah,
Twyla. That's her name, Twyla. I can't remember Todd's character's name. And it's cool. Oh yeah, I didn't even say this during stream. The Living Athantia, you use StreamLoot cards, and you get the chance to like get extra gear and stuff through using StreamLoot cards while we're playing a table. It's not streamed. While I'm streaming into Discord, the overlays are up, and you can play your StreamLoot cards for Living Athantia, because you buy, basically it's like going to a convention. You buy yourself a seat to play. But I mean, it's like $5 or something like that. But you get cards, and sometimes it's like potions for your character and stuff like that. And you can still shop and buy and do all that stuff, but they give you, it's like a little added bonus. And then if you had a ton of points on Twitch, when you claimed them, you get a house in Merrifield, a spot. And we have a 10,000 table of actions. And they are things that could be like, I think Twyla, if I remember correctly, one of her characters her character has a room in her house that kleptomaniacs have to make a save, or they tell you when they're stealing. In her shop, and she owns like a bookstore, like a bookstore oddity shop. And then Amir's character, who's a charlatan, he got a wagon, I think, from somebody or something like that, but he can make candy weapons, like chocolate dipped weapons, like that you would hand kids, but he uses them to smuggle paraphernalia.
Oh, that's fun.
So they're like covered in chocolate and stuff like that. So it's wild, and you get these cool little abilities. It's a 10,000 table PDF. So I'm like, all right, roll 1d 10,000. Which I don't remember the last time I've ever had to roll something that crazy for a fucking tabletop game. So yeah, it's been fun. And they're going to be Friday nights and Sundays are the 2 days I'm going to be running. It's going to probably be 2 games a month right now. It'll be my opposite of my Dragonbane game. And then Fridays when I have spare time, because those are the 2 spots that people wanted the most. So yeah, I'm excited. So Riddles, if you want to play some PF2.
I might be down for that. We'll see.
I don't know if you got to play. So I know you're running it, but I don't know if you've played PF2 much.
I played with Eric once.
Eric from Norse?
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him in a while. I need to reach out to him.
He ran a adventure path for us. I don't remember which one it was,
Quest.
but I said Adventure Path.
I know, but I thought Adventure Quest.
So yeah, it was fun. That was when I had my Tabaxi Ranger. That was I used to get crap from the other players because I would like anytime we went into town, it was like, yeah, I want a saucer of milk. And literally
God damn.
they started a bar fight one time, and I was literally just sitting there going like, yeah, I'm gonna sit here and watch and drink my milk.
What a bunch of dicks. Saucer of milk. God,
It was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
That's rude. Rude. Just first off, you're not supposed to give cats milk. Let's start there.
I'm a tabaxi.
Let's start. No, but it's bad for cats to have milk like that. That is a myth, and it sure as shit ain't a legend. Serving hands, you get any good cards? Oh, as I say that, she plays one.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be putting a lot more detail into this one than I've done the other ones too. So this is gonna have a lot more kind of textures to it, I guess.
This
You'll
is a
see more highlights, more shadows.
This is a very good topic from Serving Hands.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Finding out about the Beetlejuice sequel is the best thing to happen to me this week. Have you seen this, Riddles?
I have. Well, I've seen the promos for it. I have not stopped to watch
Michael
any
Keaton
videos.
is back as Beetlejuice, of course.
Yep.
Winona Ryder is back. We don't know what role she's reprising, but I would assume herself. And then Ortega is joining, which is basically Winona Ryder Jr. So I'm thinking that's gonna be mother and daughter.
Yeah, Ortega is amazing. I really am enjoying the work she's been putting out lately.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she has the potential to be something really special.
She was fucking hilarious in Wednesday. I feel like she crushed that role. Did you watch Wednesday?
Nope.
You didn't watch Wednesday?
I did not watch Wednesday.
Oh, it surprisingly better than it deserved to be. If you like the old Buffy stuff, it definitely has the Buffy vibe.
I was not a Buffy fan.
Oh, then don't watch it. Don't watch it. I really I was very surprised. I thought you watched Buffy. Were you an Angel fan?
Nope.
Wow, you just skipped over that entire timeline?
No Angel, no Spike. No.
What about
no
Firefly?
No, honestly, I didn't get into Firefly either.
Motherfucker. Okay, show's over, everybody.
Did I just lose my card?
Show's over. You should at least go watch Firefly. Actually, I do think you would enjoy that greatly.
Well, I watched the movie. I watched Serenity.
Okay. It's better than that, but yeah.
Oh, speaking of Fallon. Wait, no. How do you say his last name? Fillion, thank you. He's in Guardians.
Of course he is.
And he's freaking hilarious.
Is he a character we'll know?
No.
Okay. I was hoping he's a character we knew. I have been contemplating running a superhero game. Because it's my weakest GMing style, I feel. Although I've ran it, people have enjoyed it. It's my weakest GM style. Only because I think it takes historical games and superhero games take a certain group. That's my belief. What is that?
Zampal Sport.
Is that a comic book?
It's literally just a pamphlet style game.
Oh, nice.
And it is so fun. It is so fun.
I'd probably run Icons.
Which one?
Icons.
Oh.
It's probably my favorite.
What's the one that's powered by the apocalypse? Masks?
I did not enjoy that. I know a lot of people love it. I just was not a fan.
Okay.
I love Powered by the Apocalypse. That's one of my favorite things. I just don't think it fits superheroes. You need that scale of power, and you don't feel a scale of power in Powered by Apocalypse. I don't feel. Short of the guy who can fight a gang, that's the only one that you feel like powerful, but no.
Gotcha.
Oh no. All right, here we go. Card number 2. Do not go gently into that good night. Rage against the fact that Riddles has never seen Buffy.
No, I've watched a couple episodes. I just didn't watch any of the movies, or I didn't watch.
Well, there's only one movie.
Well, I was,
and that's not even her.
I was working in hobby stores at that time.
You should have watched it. Now that's like a double. You just didn't watch it to be a dick at that point.
No, I was surrounded by it, and I wasn't interested to begin with.
Oversaturation.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if sports were that way?
Sports
are the opposite. When people work in sporting stuff, they are like the most diehard fan. But you put a nerd in a comic book store, 50% chance want nothing to do with what they're surrounded in.
It depends on what you're surrounded in.
If you're at a comic book store or a nerd shop, like if you're at a shop and it's Magic the Gathering, you're like, I'm never touching this.
Here's the I'll tell, if you want to get a job at a hobby shop, here's what you need to do, or just consider. You're
basically a babysitter.
Your stuff.
What's that?
You can find you can't walk into a movie theater these days and not run into somebody who doesn't know everything about the X-Men and everything about the Avengers and everything, the Justice League. They don't worry about the big stuff. It's the small stuff that the stores need help with. The big stuff sells itself.
Yeah, it does.
Know the obscure stuff.
Yep.
Know the side stuff that's going to take the person from this book to that book, or from this game to that game, and really get them into something different that they'll expand into. But don't. D&D sells itself. You don't have to know a lot about D&D, but you have to know a lot about things like the other games.
Yeah. I think as a company concept, I think the best thing that could be done, and I've thought about doing this for brick and mortars, and you could double down. If you were a YouTube channel similar to the old tabletop with Becca Scott, where she teaches you how to play board games, if you shot a video for every board game, concise and under 15 minutes, made rolls of stickers with QR codes and sold them to stores to put on their products so people could scan them when they take them off their shelf and learn how to play that game. Could you imagine how well that would do for you?
I could see that being potentially, even if it's just even if you didn't do it, the manufacturers would just pick up on it.
They're never going to do that. But I would do it as a person, because then you could make an entire YouTube channel out of learning new games, playing them, shooting them properly, get a sponsorship from like a table company, and just start shooting them and putting scripts together and put out like 2 a week for a board game. Just teaching how to play board and card games, and then they can put those stickers on them so when people grab them to play them at a bar, at a board game, whatever it may mean, at a shop, they scan it, they watch the video together, and they're like, oh, this is how we play the game. Yeah. It's like setup, pause here, boom, everyone does their setup. Round 1 is how you play. Be genius. I don't have the time to do it, but genius idea. Next level smart, someone go do it. And Scott said, never mind Buffy, how can you not have seen Firefly? Scott is calling you out.
How can all of you not have seen VR5?
Well, first off, people have seen that.
Not that many.
But it's bad.
But I enjoyed it, so why haven't you guys seen it? Right?
Not the same. We're talking about mass media versus niche. VR5 is niche. And it wasn't like mid-90s. Some of the people in this audience weren't even born yet.
So?
You can't even find it anywhere to watch right now. Wasn't that was that the one about the telephone line worker or something like that, or a cable guy?
Nope.
Yeah, yes, he was. Yes, he was. That was his job, and he was like a computer hobbyist dude.
The main character in that show was a woman,
Sydney.
She was the daughter of the guy who created this virtual reality program, VR5, virtual reality.
I'm gonna go look this up. VR5 is an American science fiction TV series, first broadcasted on Fox Network, March 10th, May 12th. From March 10th to May 12th, 1995. 10 of its 13 episodes aired during its original one. No wonder no one's seen it. They didn't even finish airing it.
Yep.
And I am right. I did remember this correctly. Prior to the events of the series, Sydney Bloom was the daughter of Dr. Joseph Bloom, a computer scientist who was working to develop virtual reality, which is what you said. His wife, Nora Bloom, a neurochemist, was also involved in the project. Sydney's father and her sister, Samantha, died in a car accident in 1978. Now, in 1995, Sydney is a telephone line worker and a computer hobbyist. I knew somebody who worked on lines for something. I just remember that scene.
Okay.
But yes, I have seen it. It was a very fun thing. If I remember correctly, didn't it kind of have like a Max Headroom vibe the way it was shot? Not the sci-fi
The way
part.
they would do the VR stuff?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I remember that show.
And I honestly, I think it was just the fact that it was too far ahead of its time to start working with VR.
Oh, I'm
And
sure.
that people couldn't get into or like grasp that concept.
I'm sure. I mean, Ready Player One did so well.
Look how horrible Lawnmower Man did.
Fucking love that movie.
Again, but same concepts.
It was bad though. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Same kind of graphics.
Yeah.
Oh, serving hands. My brown coat is my most prized possession. I own one actually. I went dressed in cosplay for Firefly. Brown coats were one of the armies and Firefly.
Yeah.
Oh, you know that. You saw the movie. Aw.
The movie was fun. I enjoyed the movie.
I actually think you would adore the series. I really do. And it gets dark. I should rewatch that. I really should. I haven't watched it in a
I'm
long
not
time.
gonna lie. I should watch it. It's
Dude,
a matter of me.
It is so
It's a
worth
matter
your
of
time.
me
And it's
making
one
the time to
season.
do
It's
it.
only one season and you're out. One season and you're out. It has one of the darkest spaceship like stranded moments ever. Darkest and saddest. Oh. God damn it, serving hands. You have violated the Prime Directive. You've exposed an alien culture to VR5 before they were ready.
Hell yeah! Woohoo!
Can you even
But
watch?
it's kind of true. It's.
Can you watch VR5 anywhere right now? Let's look here, shall we?
I don't know. I don't know if you can or not.
I mean, I'm assuming they scrubbed it from
And was it-
everywhere.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't it Mark? Nah, shit. What do I think? Mark Snow, not Mark Snow. Mark Snow did the theme for X-Files, but shit, who was the guy who created Carter? Chris Carter. Didn't Chris Carter do VR5? I know he did Millennium, and Millennium was another great one that most people don't know about.
I don't remember who did it.
Millennium was
No,
that was
VR5. I was trying to remember who it is.
Yeah, Millennium was definitely Chris Carter, and it had Lance Hendrickson as the main character.
It is literally nowhere to watch.
I'm not surprised. That's like trying to find episodes of Misfits of Science to watch.
I'm sure if I did some serious digging, I could find it. Like Internet Archive usually gives you a place. Yeah, Internet Archive's got it. Oh my god. I remember this. Back when TV was blurry. Is that Penn from Penn and Teller? Is Penn from Penn and Teller in this?
I can't remember, honestly.
That looks like Penn Jillette. And the sci-fi space. A lot of people showing off their bare skin.
Yeah, it was the mid '90s.
It is. And Penn Jillette, I was right. I knew that. That voice you just know anywhere. Here, hold on, everybody. I'm gonna do this. I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm gonna mute it so no one can hear it. But ready, everybody? That's Penn Jillette. Look at the lipstick on this guy. Look at the quality of this made-in-home film. so tall next to that car. Oh my lord. He looks like a Mardi Gras prize. Like what? Look at this dude. Oh man. Woo. That is I do remember that though. I do remember enjoying it, to be honest. I feel like my father and I watched that.
I watched it with my mom. Yeah. It was, I thought it was a good show. I was
Oh,
kind
my.
of disappointed they canceled it.
Are they all on here? Here, hey everybody, I'm gonna do this just in case anybody else is interested in looking at this hot mess. I want to say garbage, just mess. And they have, oh, by the way, for you, this website has all 13 episodes.
Oh, wow.
Yup.
All right, I might have to have a guilty pleasure day and watch that.
I think I'm gonna put that on while I'm doing work today. I don't even know what it's in. It can't. I mean, it's got to be 4 or something. It can't even be 720. I don't think. Internet Archive.
But like, if you go back and watch the early episodes of X-Files.
Oh, they're horrible.
They're fuzzy.
Oh, they're horrible.
They're
this isn't even fuzzy though, dude. This is like, I just can't even believe. Now, I will say, when they're in VR, if I remember correctly, they make it look worse. Because if you flip to like her sitting in front of the TV and stuff like that, it's not nearly as bad.
Yeah.
Oh, look, a shower scene. Back when they used to basically show softcore porn on TV.
Yep.
Oh my god. Wow. Wow. The music I'm playing for it right now is A Perfect Match. Wasn't on purpose. Jesus. Serving is just like, I'm gonna dump more cars before Drew shows up. Drew actually won't be here. Drew is off redoing a floor.
Is Mime Goblin not in today?
I didn't see Mime. Mime, are you in here? It's weird. So we found out through the show, through some testing, that if people sit silent in the audience, I can see that there are people here, but it basically lets them lurk without their name being on there.
Huh.
Unless they talk and chat. So like if Scott goes inactive too long, I can't see his name. It'll count as viewership. It'll tell me like who's here. So for example, right now there are 14 people watching. Can't hear any music. Really? I've had music playing the entire time. You can't hear that. It's just really quiet, Serving Hands. Like, here, I'll turn it all the way up. Can you hear that? Mime is traveling for work. Gotcha.
Oh, gotcha.
You should be able to hear it when I turned it up. I just have it really quiet. It's at like minus 40 decibels just because I don't want it overwhelming the stream. Because
this gives me an idea.
For shorts and stuff like that, I put pop music over it and stuff like that, or whatever we need that makes the shorts do better. And if I have the volume at like minus 40, I can put volume. Yeah, it's super quiet. Okay. Yeah. Should be a little better now. I turned it up some for you. I'm playing White Bat. White Bat does a bunch of dark synth stuff. I like his stuff a lot. Yeah, it's super quiet. So I see you've done brown and the stone work.
Yep. So I just got I got the beans and the grinds done. Just that base coat of a nice dark umber.
How are you liking Cryptic's 2.0 for his coffins?
Loving it.
Yeah.
It fits like some of the dice that people have problems finding.
Like Dispel. Because I know Dispel is like one of those ones that's hella hard to get to fit and stuff. And I love my Dispel dice.
That's a set of Dispel right there.
I need to get one of those. I really think for campaign 2, I want to do the moth logo on a coffin.
and then
How
posted
quickly
it.
can Cryptic turn around and make those? Like if you give them a print for it.
What's that?
When you give Cryptic a design, is it like a 30-day turnaround?
Well, for me, I mean, I can give them I can order a brand new design and have it by the end of the week. Usually.
Oh, so he's pretty quick. Okay, I knew he was in the middle of that Kickstarter stuff. I didn't know if he had shipped it all already.
So other than the D30 on a 14 set dice for DCC, so like all your oddball dice.
Oh yeah, I forgot DCC uses random dice.
Like all these little extra dice.
The D30 doesn't fit though?
What doesn't fit is the D30.
If he made a DCC set, it'd be dope if he carved a hole at the foot of it, or you know what I mean, for the D30 to sit there.
It's it's a possibility. There's
or at the head of it, maybe the head of it. How much would
you can do that though?
Put the D30 in the head. Does it fit in the headspace just by itself, or no?
No, you'll get clipped.
Gotcha. In the center or something, build like an impact on it, like a cannonball hit it almost. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
that'd be pretty cool. As long as it doesn't come out, because I don't think you need that much space for the D30 to fit through, would you?
It needs.
I mean, if it was in the center and you punched a hole through the box, how thick is it compared to, like, if it's on its side?
It would need like a hole about that.
So
big.
Exactly, yeah. But it would still stay in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be actually pretty cool. I might mod one and do that. I'm supposed to start playing DCC because I have to do some design work for them coming up.
So anyway, but that's there. But yeah, like, and that's just a standard 8 set, for Fate. So.
I was told when you get DCC dice, and maybe Scott and you will know this, are there special dice that you get, like a collector's set or something for Wizards where it comes with like a spell and shit? Like,
I don't know.
I was under my understanding is they reprint new books all the time, right? Like collector's editions. Like there's a new DCC book wave that prints. But my understanding is the dice sometimes come with like a special rule for your character when you get them. That was my understanding. Oh man, she's playing more. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Serving Hand's playing more cards. Oh, she's pulling some oh my god. You're laughing before I even read it.
All right, hit me with it. What do you got?
This won't be like negotiating with humans. Dice goblins only respond to one thing. Pendulette trying to fit himself in an old 70s jalopy. Yeah, that's what it was. Use the word jalopy.
If it works, it works.
I fixed the music for you too. I think you should be able to hear it a little better, guys.
I don't listen to the music during streams. You know that.
No. I meant for the audience. I know you don't.
They don't need music.
I don't pipe it through for you. I quit doing that. Damn it, Serving Hands just auto responds. Yeah, special thing inside. Thank you, Scott. I was right. Yes, when you buy dice, they come with a special thing inside the tube.
Oh.
I didn't know that until I was told. I was like, oh, that's actually really cool. That's a cool little marketing thing.
It is. It is really cool.
How do you define a dice goblin? I'm asking you.
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm.
Why do I gotta answer?
Because it's a question.
Honestly, for me, a dice goblin is
wrong.
somebody...
It's if you have cases that fit D30s.
Take off, Parva.
I'm sorry. I had to do it.
I did this. I can't.
Oh, you got the cube painted. Is that our new one? Did we make it through?
No, this is this is just a better look at the
Oh.
cube I did. and I put a nice gloss coat on it.
Oh
Finally.
yeah, it's like wet looking now. I like that.
It's got this really wet. Like in person, it looks amazing. I'm like super happy with this one. So, but I did start to get more color into the Mimic. So we have more colors coming into the Mimic now.
How many more pieces do we need for the Mimic? Two. And then we had a special rule. What was the rule for that one? Everybody in chat gets an entry?
Right. Whenever we fill it up, anybody who's in chat gets an entry. But I mean, if you haven't chatted, if you're just lurking,
you're gonna have to at least say me.
Yeah, you'll have to pipe up. And
That's
say,
it. You know, that's how we enter from now on. It's me. Me.
Right, Beaker.
Hey man, that's one of my favorite Muppets. I think he's actually the smart person in that room.
It wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't.
that scientist was a moron.
You think?
Serving hands. Why would you do this?
Because she loves you.
She's got She got the Excelsior one. Whose glasses are these? Wrong answers only. Wait, are those mine? I can't tell. Squints hard. God damn it, serving hands. Can't take you.
Oh, you made it sound like it was gonna be so bad.
Beaker's awesome. Beaker. Is there? Hold on. I used to have a Muppet soundboard. I might still have it somewhere.
There we go.
No, I don't have that one. Nope. I thought I had one.
Oh well. That's it. You're fired. Go home.
I mean, don't be like that. Don't be like that. I'm looking. It's a very important thing, and I am looking for it. Here, I can. Hold on here. Do you guys remember when Beaker sang? Does anyone remember that?
I don't think I recall that actually.
Oh my lord. Hold on here. I'm gonna pause the music. And I'm gonna pull up this and I'm gonna play it. So I have to unmute. The whole song is just him saying me. Oh, Beaker. Like I said, I think he's actually the smart one. Yeah, he has sung a bunch of stuff. You are correct. I just remember the full music video. You know, that was 15 years ago that Beaker did that? 15 years ago. I'm so old.
Let's not get into the age thing, thank you.
I feel so old right now. So old. So did you decide on the color? What's going to be different about this one than the other one?
Well, like I said, I'm going to put a lot more effort into the highlights and shadows.
We can't see that. You're literally painting off screen.
Yeah, I know. But
the shadows are real sexy. You're just doing shadow puppets right now. That's not a shadow puppet.
It's a puppet.
That's a sit and spin puppet.
I'll give you a sit and spin puppet, you arse.
Well, I mean, we're out here to watch you paint. Yeah, that's better. Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, how are you doing, Amalith? Amalith, I don't know how much of yesterday's Tuesday's show you got to catch, but man, it got savage by the end. And then yesterday we did an interview with Alchemy on Cobalt Press. If you missed that, that'll be up on Friday. It was really good. I was really happy with it. Alchemy is a super cool group. And Amalith, next Wednesday we will be using your map as they are going to fight against the 3-stage Treant fight on Cobalt Press for our live play with the lovely fighter and the mage. So we'll be using the map again as they are fighting in that main section around the water. And they'll be fighting a 3-stage boss fight using Tales of the Valiant's new Doom pool. No way this goes bad.
Yeah. No way.
Oh, nice.
This thing is going to be much more detailed than the ones that I normally do. And then again, like I said, we're going to give the eyes some glows, so it's kind of like a little more threatening.
Well, finish up your detail and get ready to pull your trivia box, because it is trivia time, and this is going to be hard. And we have not had this trivia yet. It's characters.
Characters can be interesting in this.
Yeah.
It really can. It's
For those who don't know how that works, when he gets the card box out and pulls the trivia card, Serving Hands is going to get to try to answer this by themselves. If they can answer by themselves, they get 3 points. If they can't answer it by themselves, they can ask the audience for help. If she picks the person who put it up, the first person who says it, and says, yeah, I'm going to go with that one, you both get 1 point. We're two pieces away from having a full puzzle piece. Once we have 2 of them on there, that last question, if it's right, will go, everybody in chat will get an entry. So characters.
Let's see, what color is characters again?
The gem is green.
Oh,
if
the
that
blue
helps.
one. Okay.
Okay. I don't expect this to be easy at all. That doesn't sound good for you.
All right.
That
Serving
does not
Hands,
sound
you
good.
ready?
Does
Are
not
we
sound
good?
for you? Yeah, let's go.
All right. Sometimes they're hard, sometimes they're not. Which ability
Penis.
measures confidence, eloquence, and leadership? And it is important for bards, sorcerers, and warlocks.
One more time. How is this a character? I guess it's a question.
It deals with character. It's not just about individual characters. It's about anything about any character.
Anything about a player character. Check.
Yeah. So, which ability measures confidence, eloquence, and leadership? Important for bards, sorcerers, and warlocks.
Do not get this wrong. I will have to ban you from the show.
Oh.
I would have to. They can't see it. I have it on 2cam. You're fine. I'd have to kick you from the show if you get this wrong. Serving Hands. I'll be very disappointed.
Serving Hands, if you get this wrong, you have to buy everybody in chat a 10-pack.
Oh God. Nope. Charisma is the wrong answer. It's comeliness. I was waiting for that.
You're such a dick.
It's charisma.
There we go. There's the blue slice. We're only 1 slice away from a full mimic.
Fucking
And I have
mimics.
not finished painting yet.
Yeah, right. Ooh. Wait, is that true? What? Wait, what? No.
What?
Which 2 characters would you love to see fight each other? Vecna versus Beaker. Neither one of them can actually die. Beaker can't die? Did I miss something? Is he like the Kenny of the Muppets?
That would be kind of cool if it was.
Yes, you got one. That means you got 3 entries from that. No shit. I had no idea.
What about Beaker?
Yeah, they couldn't die. I guess he's a Muppet. I mean, I guess that's right. I'm looking it up if Beaker can die or not.
Oh, well, if all right, so if you're taking Beaker into a real like game, they'd be like a puppet. So,
I mean, those can die.
well, their spirit can, but their bodies are kind of not.
Fire is fire, my friend. Fire is fire. And you did. That's the first one I think anyone has got. Has anyone else got one on their own yet? I don't know if anyone else has ever got one on their own.
Yeah, people have gotten them on their own.
Have they?
before.
Okay.
Yeah. We've had a few other ones that.
It's the only one. Sorry, it's the only one Serving Hands has got on her own. That's what she's saying. Booyah! I got one. Yep. Truth.
Well, I mean, technically speaking, Serving Hands is the only one with an entry so far.
I mean, she has more than one. That'll change. Mime Goblin will stop traveling. They'll get theirs. Drew is gone all this week. He is redoing an outdoor stage floor because the writer's strike. He's picking up some extra work. Although I don't know how much the writer's strike's really going to affect his VO work. I doubt those writers are SAG, to be honest, because they're usually ads, and ad writers, I don't believe, are SAG. At least not you.
But there are other ones, like even game writers right now are doing their thing to support the SAG writers.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like sidebar writing groups that are like in full support of them.
So Alice,
I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah,
like,
they should get a raise. I'm not arguing that in the slightest. That's
not just the raises, but like they want the opportunity to like be on set and be like live write, as things go on. Instead of having like the director and everybody else change things up, you could, and have to send it back and all that. Just having a writer on set. And when a writer's on set, they can get a better idea of how their stuff is implemented, which gives them a better idea of how to write from the start.
Yeah. I agree with that stuff 100%. Allison Hayslip, who's a host for a lot of shows and actress, she is on the line right now for the union stuff, and she was wearing a Beetle and Grimm hat.
Nice.
Look at you rocking the Beetle and Grimm swag on the line. She got the easiest car we've ever seen. Don't let Serving Hands' ego swell because she got that right. No. No.
Why can't you let her have a victory?
Because she has victories all the time on this show. It's like she has some witchcraft with the digital wheel. Or just a lot of cards.
This is true. This is
just
true.
a lot of cards.
Everybody, if you're new to chat, if you're new to the system, if you're new to this game, Serving Hands is the one to beat because she has the most wins.
She's the winneringest winner.
Everybody.
The winneringest winner.
Yes.
Let me move this a little bit. There we go. What else? I had something else to talk about for this last half. And my phone fell off on my face. Time for sleeps. That is the worst. There's the two worst versions of trying to fall asleep with the phone on your face. One, when it falls and hits you in the face. Two, when the cat does it to you. That is the worst one. A saint? I mean, I guess a fallen angel, maybe, of Lucifer. Might be a Lucifer. It always hurts. It's so shocking and it wakes you up. Like, that might be the worst way to get jarred awake is when your phone hits you in the nose. It might be the worst. I didn't even think about that. So I was prepping for Afontia for Friday. So I had to pull this back out. One of Pox's first books he made. I think you saw this, right?
Yeah, I've seen that.
So I had to pull this back out. Because in this has got the superstitions. I sat and wrote superstitions for like an hour watching a movie and like researching superstitions. I also got a page stamp. That's the best thing I've ever bought. Like to stamp all my pages. Ready? Give me pick a number between 1 and 32 because I've made 32 of them so far.
Wait, me?
Yeah, you.
24.
24. Do not count your ronka while boiling, or they will be filled with water. Boiling water. Ronka is a dumpling in this area. So you don't count your dumplings when you put them in. Don't do that.
Okay.
That's a superstition. Or when you go to eat one, they'll be boiling. So like, you're gonna have these fun little pieces where someone sits down to order food at a place. Oh, would you like some Ronka? And they're like, yeah, I'll take some Ronka. And they get boiling one. Now that could be a superstition. They're cursed. My favorite is never go home. Never go to home after a funeral. Stop somewhere else, or the spirit will be trapped inside of you.
That is cool.
Yep. If you carry the tooth of a beast, it will keep them from biting you.
That's interesting.
Never buckle the armor of a hunter indoors, or harm will come to them. So I have just a ton of them. Simple ones like if you see a fish swimming, it's good luck. It's because you're in the mountains. There's not a lot of fish. And there's not, and most fish in Athontia are skyfish. They fly. What else was there? I had another one I really liked. Oh, if your bag touches the ground, you will lose money to the Fae. So when you camp at night, everyone puts their bags on hooks and hangs them. Like they put like a tent pole in the ground and they hang their bag so that the small Fae can't steal from them.
Huh.
And that's all superstition or real. You never know. Never know. So, and then, like I said, if players come up with some, I'm just going to keep adding to it. And there's a roll if the superstition is real or not. Ronka. 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 Ronka dumplings. Usually these dumplings are made with cabbage.
See, now I want to have ramen for lunch.
I'm probably going to make ramen for lunch, actually. Oh, you painted each of... Oh, yeah, you would have to paint all those little beans. You got the shading in now. What color are we doing?
Shading.
What color are we doing?
I've done highlights, but I haven't done the shadowing yet.
Yeah.
So I've got a lot of shadow work I need to do on this.
Is there a new paint you want to use? A new bright paint you want to use? We can use for this from Monolith or from Turbo Dork?
Wait, what?
Do you have a new paint color from Monolith or Turbo Dork you want to use? That's a bright color?
Nothing currently that's like new. I mean, I do have some other colors I want to play with, but
okay.
We'll see. But speaking of Turbo Dork, one of my the manager at the store was at went to Gamma.
Sure.
And got to meet Meredith and them and at Turbo Dork, and he brought this back for me. So it's a smaller version of the palette,
but there's 6 of them. I that's the one I want right now. I saw that they were bringing those out. They might. I think they actually might be for sale now.
Yep. The other cool thing about them is like the original ones were a solid piece.
They're hollow on the back.
This is hollow in the back.
Oh, okay.
So it is lighter, which has its pluses. On a surface like this, it won't move much because it's got friction.
But the fat ones stay. I'm assuming they did it to save money.
They stay pretty well. But what I like about, and I think the reason why they did this,
stackable,
is because once it dries, you just do this, pop it out like an ice tray, and all that paint just pops right off.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Holy shit! I could just get a silicone ice cube tray and cut it up.
Yeah,
I have one downstairs that's in the shape of moons.
How are we at for time? Oh, we got
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Damn it, serving hands. What flavor dice would you want most? Soup Ronka, just below the tides in flavor intensity. Damn it. So I do have something to talk about. Have you seen, I had this on my list, the new Critical Role announcement that they're doing a horror series.
No, I didn't see that.
Once a month they're doing a horror series, and I showed Serving Hands and a few other people. And don't get me wrong, I believe creatives think in parallel. I think all creatives think in a parallel. Like if you're writing in horror, you're probably going to write on somebody else's horror toes. That sounded really dirty. But my God, if this setting doesn't seem like it's Athontia. Like, ooh, buddy. I'm curious to see how it goes. And I don't care. Honestly, it could be really close because like I said, creators think in parallel, and it may bring more, views to what we're doing because they're only going to be on once a month with it, right? But man, oh man, I feel like somebody has been watching Athauntia in the background. If I could look up every viewer ever to see if one of the names from Critical Role are on there, I would love to know. But it's very similar. It does look good though. And Taliesin Jaffe did a really cool video for like introduction. I actually really enjoy him. I wish he would GM more. He GM'd a one shot of Cthulhu that was very entertaining. And I don't say that much about streaming tabletop. I'm usually creating and I don't get to watch them that often. But yeah, new horror series coming this month actually, end of this month. End of the month. Do.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that. Screw it.
Uh-oh. Riddles is breaking the mold. He's
Well,
breaking the mold.
there's a nice little element that, and there's more to this artwork than what you see on here because it's actually a really good sized piece of art.
Yeah, the box looks small, but I guess really it's probably about the same size as like in between a talon and claw and like what is it? The talon and claw doubles and the singles. It's probably like a mix in between those two in size. Because they're not.
No, because like
is it this wide?
It's wider than that.
But is it as wide as the double hex?
Yeah, I'll grab one of each and show you. I still have a couple left in stock.
When are we allowed to talk about the new fucking Elderwood stuff?
I don't have a release on any of that stuff yet.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a good sample of them. Oh, yeah.
And just so you guys know, if you have been wanting one of these Raven and Claws, Raven and Moons, this is the last of them that'll be coming from in the Talon and Claw format.
What are you switching to? Do you know yet?
Whatever I have in stock on the shop is it.
What are you switching to? Cryptic and what else?
I don't think I really need a replacement for this at this moment. I have multiple other ones that carry a 7-piece set.
Yeah, no, I'm saying what are the other companies that do the 7-piece right now?
Well, like Elderwood, I'm investing pretty heavily in Elderwood and Cryptic right now.
Gotcha.
And then there's me and Jess are working on new stuff because she needs new designs for the new dice towers she's doing.
Oh, that's right, she's doing dice because their dice towers hold dice as well, right?
Yep, their dice towers actually hold dice inside. I also have another project coming up that I can't talk about that will
a company we know.
Huh?
A company we know?
Yeah. So I have that kind of going on the side. And it's just, there's a lot of different little things that I would work on and compare. But I do have something in the works that is coming. And well, I don't have anything in the works. I've contacted someone who already had something in the works that is comparable to this. So I've kind of got that covered. I'm good to go there.
Sure.
So I don't know.
I would like to see how naturally Nerdy's doing too. We haven't talked to them since last season.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
I'm wondering because I see him post still once in a while. I would like to know how they're doing.
Yep. As far as I know, he's still doing it as kind of like a side gig, which it on my part could make things challenging for me. Maybe
we could do them for like one-offs and stuff like that, but it couldn't be a consistent sale.
Yeah. Same thing with Stevens Woodworks. The other the other version like this that I got. I think I showed you guys last time.
Yeah.
I have a run of those. So yeah, I mean, I've got different things going on.
Have you seen new dice accessory like dice box companies come out? Is there anything new like on the horizon you've been watching?
Nothing that I've seen. Nothing that really kind of like stood out to me that made me want to go like, "Oh, I want one of those."
I want somebody to start doing them in resin casted dice boxes. like
There's plenty
acrylics.
of people doing resin cast dice boxes on Etsy.
Yeah, I know acrylic ones. I want to see some more of them because I feel like you get a good edge out of them. They could look really cool. And they seem like they're cost effective to make.
The claws that we did for Jess.
But I want like a dice box. I don't want the twist top stuff. You know what I mean? Like I want like cool, like treasure chest dice boxes that fit in your backpack and shit like that.
Yeah. But no, the one that because oh man, why am I forgetting his Tim at Staff and Branch?
Yeah, I love
his last update. He had one of the claws that I painted in there to match his teal, and it went like that. So that was really cool to see that.
Yeah, I mean, resin. I just feel like you could do some really cool custom pieces. Like an all bone looking ossuary dice box would be dope.
Yeah.
That's my point of view, because that's the one thing with resin it will allow you to do is make stuff that you can't really make easily out of wood.
Yeah.
And technically, I'm assuming they're actually easier to paint because they don't absorb your ink or your paint.
Well, that can be a plus or a minus. If you don't have a good priming on it, it's just going to flake right off.
Yeah, you'd have to prime them. Yes, that's true. But priming is so easy at this point.
So
I know there's a few other companies out there because there's the other one I was looking at is, what is the name of this company? They make really cool ones. Eldritch Art Us is really cool. I don't know if you've ever seen their stuff, but I'm a big fan of the carvings they do on theirs. I'll pull it up on screen here.
Switch.
Can we go to the big cam?
So I can see what you're pulling up, maybe.
Yeah, you can. I love their stuff. Really clean. What's it look like on screen if I do it that way? Yeah, that's good. Really clean. They're etched pretty deep. They're square and they're stair-stepped for their dice. This is their barred one.
Yeah, I'm not seeing them.
Eldritch Art. It'll be up there in a sec. It's like a 30-second delay.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen them.
I like their stuff. I think theirs looks really good if you go into their piece here. I love their logo because it even looks kind of like etched, but they have a bunch of cool ones. They're all the same size. I don't think they're doing a double wide yet. I still think they're still... Oh, no, they do. They do a double wide now. With the anvil. They high etching, but this is the other one, the prototype A, where this one holds pencils and your dice, and it holds a full set of dice, and then 4d6 or whatever dice you want to put there. I actually really like these. And they got the thumb piece to open them like the old pencil cases.
Right. And I was just about to comment on that because that's one thing that a lot of dice or a lot of box makers don't consider is trying to open the box one-handed.
Yep.
So I mean, because which is an accessibility thing. So I mean, I could see where some people who have, hand difficulties, not, being able to, or, even miss, somebody who's only got one hand.
Right. Well, for me, I think it's great because while I'm doing something else, I can pop it open, and you never put your box top on the wrong way.
Yeah.
And as we know, box tops really only go on one way.
Yeah.
But I like their stuff a lot. And this one has a miniature version too. It has like the extra dice, or you can get a version where it's 2 dice sets and a miniature. I'm a big fan of their stuff in general. And this looks really clean. I've not gotten one of theirs before.
Yeah.
But it looks really clean.
Yeah, I'm not sure how tight their fit would be, what their tolerance is. And
I don't know, actually. That's a really good question. I'll keep it pulled up over here and share it to you. Maybe it's someone we contact and say, hey, when we do, are you interested in maybe doing more? Then there was one other company I was looking at last week. Oh, not that one. Let me do this. Let me see if I can find them. I think it's these guys. Here. I think this is the other one. They do some really wild looking ones.
Gotta wait for it to come up. I can't comment because I can't see it.
I know. They have the same kind of shape as the talon and claw ones, but I look at the inside of these. I kind of dig this, where you can split them up. Hey, what's up, Blacksmith? It's got like the hex in the middle, and it's got a bunch of different slots on the side for different dice to be put in. Death Roll Gaming is the name of the company. Very simple etching. Been a bad month. I'm sorry, buddy. I like theirs. I think that's pretty cool looking. I don't know how much other stuff they've done. Let me go to here. They have a couple different versions. They also do some art pieces that are pretty cool. They do a cribbage board. And then there was one other manufacturing group that I was looking at.
The last one you pulled up, I don't see the Death Roll Gaming. I'm not finding them.
On Etsy?
Yeah, well, in general, I just did a Google search.
Oh, they're just on Etsy. Here, hold on. I will.
Google pulls up Etsy.
I know, but I look through them through Etsy. They don't pull it through Google. They're a newer store, I think. I've not found them through Google. I've only found them through Etsy. The name of them is...
I've got so much going on right now.
It's Ebonwood is the name of the company. Death Roll is just the name of their boxes. EBON Wood. I'll give you links after the show. I mean, I have them setting off to the side. And then there was one other one that was not wood, that was resin, which is what made me think of the resin dice boxes. I'm trying to find it here. Let me go up top here. Let me put in resin dice box. Resin dice box.
I don't see them. I am so... I'm really not huge on the idea of bringing on somebody new right now. I just got so much going on.
I'm just talking about for you to look at. Like, they might be someone to reach out if we can't get boxes one month. It's broken! Is this it? Yeah, this is the other company. A lot of people, since Wormwood blew up themselves, a lot of people have come out of the woodwork. Like, hardcore. I was surprised by it, to be honest. I didn't know how well it was going to do, or if people were actually going to be able to, you know, make it happen. Because not everyone has the tools to do woodworking. I was surprised by it. I'll just drop in the link. You can look at them. There's only the 3 that I had looked at. Mostly just in case you wanted someone to replace, you know, the people you were working with before that you're not working with anymore. That was the one.
I think I've got the right things in line.
Well, I'm excited for Elderwood stuff. I'm really excited. So
we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not telling you to do it. Just saying, take a look. I'm just sharing shit, man. Those are the ones, and the other one makes the sliding boxes as well, like Works of Whimsy, but they do them out of resin, which I've not seen before. I don't know how that. He has to have slider trays in there because resin has really bad friction.
Yep.
So there must be a little slider that goes in there or something. I'm not sure. But they're pretty cool. And then, I did find somebody who did dice storage. I've been looking for cool dice storage groups, and I finally found one that makes like wall rack dice storage. So for sets, your little Chessex cubes sit in them.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty smart, because I know everybody that's a gamer has at least half a dozen Chessex sets sitting around.
I only have one Chessex set.
Oh, really? I've worked for Chessex for a while. I have 2 drawers full of Chessex dice.
Well, it was my first set that I fell in love with back in the 90s, and it was kind of my go-to for a long time. It's their Earth Speckle, so it's the gray with the green speckles. And
okay.
It's my favorite like combination. You know, like it was one of the first speckles they did, and I fell in love with it.
Do you still have the full set?
Huh?
Do you still have the full set? You didn't lose any of the dice?
I actually have multiple sets of that.
Really?
One. I even have the oversized D20.
Oh, do you know what the name was called for Chessex?
I want to say it was Earth Speckle.
Is it the gray and green or the brown and green?
Should be gray and green. Well, it's kind of a muddled gray. It's not really like a strong gray. It's not brown, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Because I think it's a retired set. If it's the one I'm thinking of.
25310.
Chessex 25310.
So yeah, there's a
25310.
there's a brown. It's a brown, gray, black speckle with green numbers. That's what it is.
I'm looking here. Yeah, it's retired. They don't make them anymore. But I might have a set. I have a full series. Full series. I like to work in the Chessex booth. I had fun working with Drew there. It's such a crazy convention booth to work though, because you're just getting your ass beat the entire time you're there. Like, I mean, you worked the Norse Foundry booth a couple times now. Do you ever look across at Chessex and just see the sea of people?
Oh,
it's insanity. It's like Black Friday, but the entire time. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts.
All right. Well, I just ordered 4 more sets because I found a person who has them. So.
Ah! What are you gonna do with all those?
Dude, I have like a bundle that I bring with me when I'm DMing.
Oh, okay.
Where I have my, for like Pathfinder, that's all my extra dice.
Oh, I got you. Is it a bag?
Yeah. No, it's the hexagon. I have the hexagon tray that I use.
Oh, the Foundry ones. They have the rail around them. Yeah. I have one of those as well. Lord, what does it say? I have a Crown Royal bag full of those Chessex speckled dice. So I use Crown Royal bags for tokens, like all my chips and stuff like that for shows. I use them for that. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of using Crown Royal.
Still available, but right. So really nice closure and everything.
Yeah.
Zipped up real nice.
Yeah. Looks like a Crown Royal bag, but it's not. Who is that?
Game Masters Reserve.
That's fucking genius.
Trent Inkling made it.
That's really good, actually. I like that a lot.
I saw that. I'm going and it's great because it's got a square base to it, so my decanter actually fits in it perfectly.
Oh, okay. I see you. That's hilarious.
Yeah, so but right now I'm using it for pens and pencils. But yeah.
that's fucking.
But yeah, that was one of my favorite bags that they've ever done. So I saw it and I could not buy it. I had to.
I could not buy it.
Yep.
Not.
Not.
Anyway, has there anyone who has done dice boxes that do? You know how the GM screens you were getting for a while had the reliefs, like the multiple layers? Has anyone ever done a dice box that way, where they're putting a carved through overlay on top of the dice box to really give like some thick depth?
I don't know.
I'm just thinking.
I'm not a big fan of screens. I mean, this is not.
No. I know that. I'm not talking about screens.
Knowledge. I don't even look at them because I don't have a use for them.
I use a few. I like to have it next to me for new games just to reference rules. But after that, I don't ever use it again.
I mean, like it
gets in the way.
And it sits there flat underneath all the stuff.
Yes, that's where I put my two. It sits underneath everything. Yeah. No.
So if somebody has a psych break, because it has all the really easy, the most common reference pieces that you need for the rolling charts are on that screen. So it's just an easier way instead of going through the book.
Yeah, it is. So I'm thinking of just how the screen was multi-layered. I wish a dice box had that where the top had it, because then you could paint the whole underneath in one tone, and then that relief piece on top be whatever, or two woods where like maybe it's purple heart underneath and oak on top as the cutout.
Yeah,
because you could carve all the way through like that, but it just would be a bitch to do. You can't do two woods unless you layer them.
Yeah,
I just thinking visually when I was looking through stuff. Because I like reliefs a lot. I've always liked the texture of a relief on a box. Because I had a jewelry box growing up that was my mom's that I took to put my dice in as a kid, and it had a relief. God, I can't remember. I think it was a lake on it, or it was a lake with palm. No, it was the ocean with palm trees, and it was a relief. And it had seashell for the relief because my mother loved seashells, even though we lived in Michigan, and there's no reason to like seashells when you live in Michigan. You're never gonna see them. Stop it. You're just torturing yourself. But yeah, no, I was just curious if you'd had painted anything like that because they look awesome. And I figured they would be kind of fun to paint when there's the two pieces like that, as long as it came apart. If it didn't come apart, it'd be kind of a bitch.
Yeah, if it didn't come apart, it'd be like me painting anything else that I freaking do, you know?
That's true. That's true, yeah. That is definitely a truthful statement. Is there anything else here? Oh no, everybody at my work is getting sick. At Cobalt Press, we got a bunch of sick people. Not a good time to be sick, yo. We're going into a Kickstarter. Suck it up, Buttercup. We can't stop a Kickstarter from launching. What is that? Crown Royal bag. Hey, Scott, do you have the purple Crown Royal or do you have one of the other colors? Have you guys ever seen the other color of Crown Royal bags? Hold on a second.
There's a green one out there for the apple.
I think I have one.
Which only comes out during your fall season. I know that one.
Yeah. My favorite Crown Royal bag is where I keep all my pins, like for like hats and stuff like that.
Yeah. Blue, nice.
I know there's cards serving hands. I'm going to read them. Don't you worry, you. I'm going to do it before we leave the show. Do it before we leave the show. Did you see Evil Dead yet? That was my other question for you today. I have it on the list.
I have not made it to see the new one, and I really want to, but it's one I'm going to have to go on my own to do. Because she did not... She handled Evil Dead, but she... You know,
Didn't
the
enjoy
remake,
Evil Dead?
but it was a bit much for her, so it's one where I just got to go on my own and
go see it in the theater. I definitely recommend. I think it's worth the theater watch for sure. More laughs, Serving Fans says. All right, kid. We'll end with these. What property would you like to see adapted into a tabletop RPG? We've had this one a couple times. I do have a new one actually.
Really? Okay, so you have a new answer. What's her answer?
What's my answer or their answer?
What was their answer?
We'll do that in a minute. I want to see Gargoyles for Disney done into tabletop RPG.
That would be cool.
They made the board game, which is super cool, by the way. That board game, if you can still find it at Target, get it. It's actually really cool. It's 3D buildings and stuff. 3D. Saw it in the theater. Yeah, it was awesome. Do you have any new properties that you would like to see?
New properties or just
any properties we haven't mentioned before? I have a purple one too at home. I have a purple one.
I want something closer. All right, so similar to Monster of the Week, using the rules, you know, the Age of the Apocalypse rules. But I want something more Crystal Lake. I want something more Haddonfield. I want that level of like Stalker horror in a game. And
I could do that with Blades in the Dark really easy.
The trick with it is just the mechanic of keeping them on their toes. Like how do you keep that anxiety amped up? And you know, you could use the Alien to do that, the Alien stress system to do that, but
I think Monster of the Week, but I think Blades in the Dark with the stress mechanic. I can't remember if Monster of the Week had stress. I don't think it does. So you could do Blades in the Dark and do Monster of the Week for it, that style. And every time they do something in the monsters round, stress is just caused until there's no stress left, you know. But I think that panic, I do love the fact that stress adds die, but in Blades in the Dark does the same thing because you use stress to give another one. No, I've not seen Sisu yet. I am interested in it. I loved the new John Wick. It was fucking amazing. Their answer is
it looked, but God, that looks
the new Evil Dead movie. It was great. And
John Wick.
Right, but in response, Hand says, "I want an Evil Dead TTRPG."
I'm right there with you.
How would you do a comedy though? Because you gotta have the level of comedy, and then you also have to have a horror version. You'd have to have something like if you make people laugh at the table, you get bonuses.
Fail forward.
Yeah, fail forward. Yeah. Oh yeah, fail forward. That is
with a
that is
fail
Bruce
forward
Campbell.
Mechanic, in that setting, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, god damn it. Oh no! Riddles! Etsy search history. It's broken. You're right. I should have read that one when it came up. It was time-based. I missed it. Roll for camp, like a table. Roll for camp. Todd would be really good at that. He loves Bruce Campbell, and he's got the same timing as Bruce Campbell does for a lot of stuff. He'd be really good at that. So yeah, I think those are my main ones. I'm excited to see as we got a full month here. We have extra Monday, Tuesday shows, but we don't get an extra Thursday this month. We got him another month. But I'm curious to see how this Book Nook turns out. I'm going to take us back over and play the Book Nook one more time for everybody. For those who don't know, if I can hit the right button today. For those who don't know, we did something different this month. We did Works of Whimsy, and we did their Book Nook. We painted it last month. This is the Book Nook that we did. And it's gorgeous. I don't know if we'll do another one this year. I think this will probably be the only Book Nook. I don't think it's on our docket right now. But it lights up. It's painted. It's pretty. It fits miniatures as well. We wanted to try to do something different. We love Works of Whimsy stuff. And I want to do the dungeon tile wall set. I think that would be awesome to do like 2 of them or something like that.
Well, did you see the Rose D20?
The what? The what?
Hold on.
I love Book Nooks too. Yeah, Allie, that's the LAUGHAL this month. It's a Book Nook. It's a Book Nook. This thing playing on screen right now. That's the LAUGHAL, Allie. So you should get some cards in or go buy yourself some golden tickets on Ko-Fi.
View on Etsy.
What am I like? Do I just need to go to Works of Whimsy on Etsy?
No, it's not on Works of Whimsy. It's on me.
Oh, it's on your site.
Well, she has one too, but mine is slightly different.
What do I type into your search history to find it?
Hold on, I'm
because I don't have Discord open. Remember,
this is being slow again for some damn reason. I don't know why.
Discord is a crasher.
Nope, Discord's not open on my end.
Oh, I'm saying why I don't have it open. No, I was just talking. There's a
chat.
Rose something or another though.
Right, so I just entered it into our Ninja chat.
Okay.
So we have that one is mine.
Oh my god, that is gorgeous.
And
for those who are talking, what we're talking about. So for those who haven't seen, we had Works of Whimsy on a couple weeks ago, and they make the D20, the wooden D20 boxes. Riddles. What the fuck, man? How come you didn't show me this at the beginning of the show?
I don't know. I wasn't thinking about it.
Silly git. So for those who are wondering what I'm talking about, I hope you're ready for this. Look at this thing. Dude, that is ridiculously gorgeous.
And then I just sent you a link to the tweet from Works of Whimsy.
Oh. And that's one of your most famous boxes, right? Like that's the one that people recognize you for a lot.
That one is highly recognized, yeah.
This is, and it's such a clean look, but the texture of all the roses really add a lot.
Yep.
Is it matte or is it gloss finished? Oh,
this one I did
so cool.
I did matte. I did a matte coat on it.
I put it in chat for everybody else who wants to look at it. That is gorgeous. And then you sent us Works of Whimsies on Twitter. Let me cut that.
Yep.
Let me...
Because I did more versions of the artwork for her by request.
Ooh.
So,
ooh, that's pretty. Is that the resin one that lights for this one?
Yep. And on her Her 20 actually has the number 20, not and doesn't have the mask.
Gotcha.
It's just roses all the way around.
Gotcha. So it's the same pattern for the whole thing instead of the mask.
Yep.
Holy shit, dude, that's really pretty.
It is wicked cool. Yeah.
How did you not open with this today? When I say, hey, Riddles, what do you got that's new? And you go, nah, nothing much. And then you're like, oh, hey, by the way, end of the show, did I show you these 2 gorgeous pieces that I made? I totally forgot about it. My bad. I didn't remember to show people these pieces that I made. Oh, out of here.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry. Yeah, okay. Dick.
If it matters for anything, I have to go through physical therapy. So I mean, you can hold that, like.
Nope. No.
Oh geez. Oh man, I scheduled that right on top of you. Oh no, that's fine. That one's fine.
That's so pretty.
Thank you.
Riddles, thanks for showing us the stuff at the end of the show, you dick. Works at Whimsy, does she have that up in her store right now?
I went looking and I didn't see it.
Yeah, it might already be gone. Oh, it need to make more. It's already sold. So the piece that's on screen right now is going to be next month's LAUGHAL. That is our grinder style cryptic box. We're going to do some special color for that to match the bag. Mm-hmm. You're also going to get the bag of coffee grinder, which is now Riddle's favorite one, which I haven't gotten yet. I'll have to pick one of those up. I also haven't tried his hot sauce. I haven't tried his hot sauce yet either.
Oh my God. That hot sauce is incredible.
Yeah, I love hot sauce, so I'm excited to get a hold of one of those if he has any more.
I have to, when I cook here, when I cook for both of us, I have to keep it kind of on the tame side.
Mm-hmm.
So hot sauces and other seasonings are like my saving grace for myself.
To throw on top of your food, yeah.
I put some of this on the chili that I made last week.
Fucking good.
Phenomenal. Oh,
I love hot sauce. We have a big collection downstairs. John and I both are big fans of hot sauce, so pretty cool for that. But so that's going to be next month's. This month's is the lovely Book Nook. If you've not picked up your Ko-Fi tickets, grab some. Serving Hands is currently leading the pack with 12 entries. Allie, if you love yourself some Book Nooks, you better get yourself in there. We'll be doing this one for the rest of the month. Check out and watch us on our social medias. Obviously, 88 Riddles everywhere and Eric Frankhouse everywhere for myself. It's our first one for the month. I'm super excited to see how we go. Thanks for the purchase from Serving Hands for the 10-pack today. She already looked like she burned through most of her cards on this. She's like, I got my 10 entries. Hawkmere, you're late to the party. Late to the party, good sir. I'm assuming you're sleeping off that hot Renaissance fair. You're sleeping away.
No. It's too late in the week to sleep it off. He's sleeping in preparation.
Oh, he's prepping. He's prepping for the coming weekend. Yeah. Hawkmere, are you, before we close out for the day, are you going to be working at the Ren Fair out here at Bristol? Because I live in Milwaukee, and if you're going to be in Bristol, that is like 30 minutes from my house. If that's something you're going to be doing, let me know. I'll come out and we'll chill one of the nights after you guys are done. Or you guys can come out here and we can go get food. You're running errands. Ah, gotcha. No worries, Hawkmere. No worries, buddy. So
no, I need Hawkmere to cook meat for me. I need him to grill meat for me.
I was going to say we can do a bonfire over here and we can grill at my place if you guys want to do that. That would be awesome. So with that, I don't have anything else for the day. This is a nice, calm, awesome way to open the month. Super chill. We had a bunch of cards. Don't forget, you can still pick up Ko-Fi tickets. And then if you are a subscriber to our StreamLoots subs, which is how Serving Hands keeps putting those little emojis up on screen. If you sub to that, the new cards go out this coming Monday with new cards that are getting added since they both have their domains. I wanted to wait because they got their strongholds. Well, one of them does. The other ones might die. I'll put out that so you guys can get your free ones. Yeah, Hawkmere, I'm down as well. And then I think that's it for that before I do the YouTube's thing. Riddles, anything for you? Besides not telling us you're making awesome dice stuff because you're idiot.
I just got a giant box of t-shirts yesterday that I'm still trying to tag and get out. Bug off.
Look at this. He forgot to tell us about his Phantom of the Box awesome sauce.
Hawkmere, your shirt is already packed. It'll be at the post office as soon as I'm done here. You're good. And it is that navy you wanted, so we got you a nice dark navy.
Look at this prettiness. Didn't even tell it. Didn't even just show it. And then for those of you...
I'm human!
Those of you that are interested in joining our Living Athontia, we have a game this Friday at 7:30 p.m. CST. If you're in our Discord and you are someone who frequently watches our shows and you've seen the other seasons of Athontia and you want to play some PF2 with me running, you can pick up yourself a StreamLoot pack on Friday. It's kind of like a convention. You get to come play with other people. Your character is a living character, and you can play some PF2. Other than that, I'm going to do the fun stuff. Wait, bye, Riddles.
Bye, Riddle!
Oh, they didn't hear you. I clicked you off. What was that?
I was just thanking everybody for being here and being part of this.
Never mind. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Riddle said thank you as well. I brought him back. I'm just teasing him. Thank you for watching Paint Dry. We're on episode 49. 50 is next week. If you're watching this on YouTube, comment down below on what color, what lovely color do you want Riddles to add to this box. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do. He's painting it differently. We know we're going to do a bright color. I don't think we've picked it yet. So comment down below and try to get it in before Riddles does it off air and doesn't tell us, because he loves to do that to me. On this side is going to be a YouTube video to watch. It's going to be a Watching Paint Dry, or one of our Dragonlance shows that we do on Monday and Tuesday nights. If you haven't caught that yet, it is crazy. It is Dragonlance meets Game of Thrones slathered in a heavy metal aesthetic. And on this side, there's going to be a bell for you to click. Turn it all on, or you don't get notifications when we go live. We're live every Monday at 8 p.m., Tuesday at 7:30, and Wednesdays at noon. Thursdays at noon. If I can get my stuff straight. Thank you so much for watching us, everybody, and we will see you next week. I'm going to leave you with this lovely, lovely video. Is your oompsing behind this? Have a good day, everybody. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week for Watching Paint Dry.